Flosstube, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm the Lancashire Stitcher. Today is Tuesday the 14th of March 2023 and this is Flosstube number 66. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel mainly about cross stitch, but I do include other crafts sometimes, and I also talk about the walks I've been on recently. If you're returning, welcome back. It's lovely to be chatting with you all again. I have had so much trouble doing this video this fortnight. I did film yesterday when I said I was going to, and when I played it back to edit it, the sound happened well before my mouth moved. So it did my head in within a minute, so I'm sure it would have done yours in, and I tried to sort it out and it wasn't happening, so it was like, walk away, just walk away from the laptop and then try again today. So I'm up here early on a Tuesday morning and it's not 9 o'clock in the morning yet. As you can see, the sun is beaming in. I've got the blinds shut, but it's still getting through the slats, so yeah. We'll do the best we can. So yeah, as you may know, I have had quite a busy weekend. On Friday we got up and we got quite a good layer of snow. I'll put a picture of what the street looked like, and we had to get rid of quite a bit of snow for us to be able to set off on our journey down to Swindon, which is down the southwest part of England. And then we drove down, got there around mid-afternoon, early evening, had some tea at the pub, and then just stayed in the hotel. And then on Saturday, my friend Gina came. Gina Stitches 21 on Instagram. She came to pick me up from the hotel, and we went over to Bromham, which is a little village in Wiltshire, where the Patchwork Rabbit is. The Patchwork Rabbit is a cross-stitch retailer here in the UK. They do a lot of online sales, but they do actually have a shop. It's not open generally, but you can contact them and they'll open up for you if you want to go and have a look. It's only a tiny shop. It's only small. There were four of us. There was Gina and I, and then there was Susie and Sharon. And then there was supposed to be Steve and Heather, the crafty stitchers, but unfortunately something happened on the way down and they ended up having to turn around and go back. So it was a shame they didn't get to come down. But yeah, I think if Steve and Heather had been there, it'd have been just the maximum number of people in the shop, because there's two people who run the shop. There's Carla and Catherine, and yeah, it'd have been just enough people. You don't want any more than that, otherwise it'd be too packed. So yeah, so we spent a couple of hours in the shop. I did buy some stash, which I'll show you later. And then we went across to the pub and had some lunch, and Carla joined us. And before Gina took me back to the hotel. So yeah, it was a nice morning at the Patchwork Rabbit. And then my husband and I went over to the cinema. We booked tickets to watch 65, which is a new film with Adam Driver in it. And then we had something for tea, and then we went to watch the film. And then on Sunday we went across to Cardiff. It was 85 miles, I think it was, across to the M4 to Cardiff to see our daughter and her husband and two grandchildren. We spent a few hours there, and then we came home. So it was like a 3.5-4 hour drive home. So yeah, it was a long weekend. It was a busy weekend, but we both enjoyed it. We had a nice relaxing weekend, even though it was very busy, and we just felt so much better after we'd been. My son stayed here while we were away to feed the cat and look after the house. So yeah, it was a nice weekend. My husband, while I was at the Patchwork Rabbit, my husband just spent some time around Swindon, having a look around the different places. He went to this golf shop there, and just generally had a wander around. So yeah, I'm sorry about all the sunshine. I will try and move out of the sun. But yeah, this is what happens first thing in the morning in my craft room. You have the sun beaming in. If the sun's out, it's usually covered with clouds. But when it's sunny, it's really sunny in here, and I usually end up with the fan on, even though it's still winter. I end up with the fan on because it gets too hot with the sun beaming in. So yeah, but I wanted to get the video filmed. So yeah. Right, so I do have some stitching to show you. I am only on the one camera though, because there isn't a great deal of stitching to show you, and I just thought, well, there's no point setting up the second camera when I've only got a bit to show. But yeah, so I've got a few new starts. I'll start with this one, which is It's Snow Cold by Little House Needleworks. So yeah, I'm stitching this one on 28 count Stormy Sky Even Weave by Fabric Fleur, and that is my progress so far, and I've still got to do some work on it. I actually ran out of ecru, however you want to say it. I bought some more at the Patchwork Rabbit so I can continue with it. I've got another couple of hours to do on it, which I'll probably finish the snowman. So yeah, that's that one. There we go. And then another new start is On the Beach by Tralala. Now this calls for Atelier threads, which I couldn't get hold of. I could get one or two, but not all of them. So I'm using the DMC equivalents that it gives for some of the threads, but I really like the variation in the sea there and on the umbrella. So when I was at the Patchwork Rabbit, I bought a couple of threads that sort of match those colours that I can use on this. So yeah, and then I'll get my board for this one. That is my progress. Yeah, I've got the sun. This is no other side. This is the sun. It's the side of the sun, and then we've got the little girl on the beach. But yeah, again, I've got a couple of hours to do on this one. So this fabric is Oatmeal 32 count linen by Sparklies. So yeah, that's that one. So both of those still need some work on them before I've done my goal for the 24 hours of cross stitch, a cross stitch challenge. And then my last new start is this one, Mermaid Kisses by Erica Michaels. It's one of the Petites collection. And I definitely need my board for this one. You had to sew the 40 count silk gauze that it's stitched on onto a scrap piece of fabric, and then cut out the middle bit. So I did that, and then that's my progress. It's stitched using basket weave stitch and continental stitch. So yeah, I had to have some good light to stitch on this, and it tells you to have a dark background behind it so you can see the holes in the silk gauze. So yeah, that's that one. There we go. And then whips, right. I've not managed to stitch on Lady of the Flag or Royal Holiday for the whole of the last 2 weeks. I'm worried that the slats are in the way. There we go. So I've not managed to stitch on them at all in the last 2 weeks for one thing and another. Walking and meetings and different things going on. I've just not managed to stitch on them. So I've not got those. Sorry. Yeah. So my first whip is going to be my dragon, and then I've forgotten to bring the picture up with me. So I'll put a picture up of what it looks like when it's finished, and then I'll show my progress. I've stitched on this morning, and there we go. Let's get that there. That's my progress on dragon. So I'm on another, I've had another page finish, and then I've started on a new page. I think I've got this one page to finish, and then I think there's a little bit of a page to do, and then the top's finished and I can move down onto the next row. I'm still enjoying stitching on it. Like I've said before, I stitch on this first thing in the morning from about 6 o'clock till about 7 o'clock in the morning when my husband goes to work, Monday to Friday. And yeah, so yeah, there we go. The dragon field note, it's called. I just call it the dragon. It's called Dragon Field Note, and it's by UnconventionalXStitch. Artwork by Hope Christopherson. So yeah, and I'm stitching it on 25 count easy guide fabric. So there we go, that's my dragon. And then my next whip is Celtic Christmas by Lavender and Lace. Stitching this as part of my seasonal sale. Only got a few more days, 5 more days to stitch on it, because on the 20th of March we go on to spring. And forward again. Ooh, there we go. That's my Celtic Christmas. As you can see, she now has a face. Her hair is finished. It just needs beads in the wreath that's around her head, and then I've done the wreath that's in her hand. That just needs beads, and then there's some candles that go up from it. And then, like I said, that'll be it for spring, for winter, and then I'll go on to the spring one. So there we go. Celtic Christmas by Lavender and Lace. This fabric is 32 count summer khaki Belfast linen. There we go. Just put that down there. And then my next whip is my Mill Hill Monday piece. I'm losing my voice, I'm sorry. I stitch on this usually on Mondays, but I know I've only stitched on it once in the last 3 Mondays. Yesterday I didn't stitch on it because it was WI night, so I was out last night. But I know I've stitched on it 1 Monday since I last filmed, and that is my progress. So basically, I'll go on the right side. I stitched here, this bit here. So yeah. So it's slow going, this one, but it is growing slowly but surely. So there we go. That's To All a Good Night by Mill Hill. And that is all my whips. As I said, I've not stitched on much in the last 2 weeks. Just one thing and another. The sun's getting even brighter. Yesterday it rained all day. Absolutely poured down all day. So filming was it was a brilliant day for filming, but then the sound wasn't matched, and then today we've got brilliant sunshine, but it is forecast snow later, so we might get more snow. So that's my stitching. So giveaway winners. So in my last video I was giving away this, which is Pokemon crochet instructions. It's instructions for 6 different Pokemon, and the winner is Karen Crow. So congratulations, Karen. If you email me or message me, and I'll get it in the post to you as soon as I can. I must tell something, but I'll do the other giveaway first. And the other giveaway was this one, which is Let There Be Peace by Imaginating, which I finished in time for my last video. And the winner of that is Denise Gray. So again, congratulations, Denise. Send me an email or a message and I'll get it in the post to you. Yeah, it's just reminded me, I was hit by trolls again. So I'm going to repeat that if you get a comment on your comment, it isn't me. I don't do that anymore. I used to put, if you'd won one of my giveaways, I'd put a comment on your comment, but I don't do that anymore. So if anybody comments on your comment saying that they're me and you've won something, it's not me, it's a troll. Do not click on any links. Do not do anything that it tells you to. Thank you to those people who messaged me or emailed me to tell me about this last one. I just remove them. I report a comment and then I remove them from my channel so they can't comment anymore. But then of course they can change the name or whatever and do it again. So yeah, but if you ever get a comment on your comment, it's not me. I will always say my giveaway winners on the video and then ask you to respond to me, to message me. So, okay, so don't click on any links or anything in any comments that say you've won something, because it's definitely not me. Okay, so that's the giveaway. So congratulations to Denise and Karen for winning those. I'm not doing a giveaway this time, as I said a few videos ago. I'm going to do giveaways every other video now, because yeah, it's cost of living crisis. So yeah, and I'll post anywhere anyway. When I do I know a lot of people are limiting where they'll send to, but I'll still post anywhere. I don't mind where I post to, so anybody can enter giveaways that I do. Okay, so stash enhancement. I have a nice little pile here of stash enhancement. You can tell I'm only on one video again. I'm getting a pile here. So the first couple are not from Patchwork Rabbit. They're different things. The first one is this, and it's called Catnip Kitty Fob. And I got this off eBay. I saw it and I thought, oh, that goes with the biscotti that I made. This biscotti. It's got cats on it. And I got this when I was in America, the pattern for this one. It was actually a kit. So I saw this and thought, oh, that'll go very nicely with this biscotti. The only thing is, it's only the chart, because I got it on eBay. It doesn't have the little cat charm that it has on the bottom of the thing. And I just thought, well, I can use a bead. I don't need to have a cat. So that's the scissor fob. So that's that one. Got that off eBay. And then I got this one, Strawberry Fur by October House Fibre Arts. I'd seen so many people stitching it on Instagram and on Flosstube, and I just thought that is so nice. So I got this one. And I got this from Trudy, her eBay shop, which is called Jeff P. Smith. I'll put a link down below. But yeah, I've done that. I've got that one. And then this one, I bought a Heaven and Earth. I bought a Heaven and Earth design. I'd seen Darren Dizzy Stitcher stitching this, and every time I saw it, I thought, I love that. I love that. I love robins. I always like robins. I'm going to do that so you can see me. So yeah, this is called QS Spirit of Winter Robin, and I know Darren finished it, and it's lovely, and so I've got it. And I've just ordered some fabric to stitch it on, because Patchwork Rabbit don't sell the Easy Guide fabric. So yeah, I'll be making a start on that soon. I keep saying that and I don't, but yeah, I'm going to stitch that. Right, the rest of these are from Patchwork Rabbit. So yeah, let's go. So first one is 17th. Block Party by Hands On Design. I just love the font on that writing. It's really nice, obviously for St. Patrick's Day. So yeah, I just love that, and you get the fabric from the top. So yeah, that's that one. And then I got this one, which is I Would Rather Be Stitching by Primrose Cottage Stitches. So yeah, just like that one. And then this one is Sting Like a Bee by Heartstring Samplery. And I know there's a companion piece by Plum Street Samplers called Float Like a Butterfly, but Patchwork Rabbit had sold out. So I really need to get that one, and then I can do them both together. So, yeah. And then I've got a few Erica Michaels, because I like Erica Michaels. I got this one, Heirloom Tomato. I just love the colours in that, and I bought some of the threads while I was there for this one, including, what is it, Weeks Dye Works Clockwork. So yeah, got that one. And then I got this one, Quaker Wisdom Berries, another Erica Michaels. And then I got this one, the Embroideress. It says Embroideress and Needlewoman, but it is charted to also say embroiderer and needleworker. So yeah, I just like that one. Little drum. And then these two, I couldn't decide between which one I like best, so I bought both of them. So I've bought Redwork Pears. These are both by Annie B's Folkart. Yeah, Annie B's Folkart. That's Redwork Pears. They're charted to use dinky dyes, but I bought a similar type of colour that I'd want to do them in. So that's that one. And then I also got Bluework Pears by Annie B's Folkart. So yeah, got both of those. And then the last one is Snip Snip by October Haze Fibre Arts. I just love those scissors. So yeah. So that's my stash from Patchwork Rabbit. I also got threads. I got a few threads that I'd gone with a bit of a list, and I got the threads I needed, plus I bought a couple of threads for those. So yeah, more charts to add to my collection. So yeah, and then Happy Mail. I've had some Happy Mail. My friend Tracy, who has Tracy Ann Designs. I was going to call her Tracy's Mixed Bag then. No, it's Marnie's Mixed Bag, Tracy Ann Designs. So because she sent me a bag. That's where the bag came into it. She sent me this bag. It's for putting your knitting in or your crochet in, because there's a little charm there, which is a ball of yarn with knitting needles in it. And she's put a card in that was telling me thank you for the shout outs, because I've shouted her out a few times on my videos and also on Instagram. And she knew I'd not been so well recently, so she decided to send me this bag. So yeah, and then it's got stuff in it because I used it when I went away at the weekend to put my crochet in, so it's got the chart and things in there. So yeah, it's an ideal size for just sticking a project in for going away. So yeah, I love it. Thank you very much, Tracy. Love that bag. It's just black inside, but yeah, it's quilted. So yeah, really nice bag. So thank you very much. All of it already being used. So there you go. And talking of crochet, I've got my crochet. And thank you so much to those people who commented when I said about putting, I just lengthened the loop when I put it down so I don't lose the loop. People were telling me to put stitch marker on. Anyway, I've just put a quilting clip on because I haven't got any stitch markers up here, so I've just put a quilting clip on. But I've been stitching on this, crocheting this quite a bit over the past couple of weeks because I've been at the library, and then while my husband drove us down to Swindon, I was crocheting, and then on the way back as well. So I have done quite a bit. So yeah, it's getting bigger. So yeah, I just love this design. I've had a few people asking me for where I got the pattern from. It's a Ravelry pattern, and it's called I Heart Granny Squared. I think it's Polly Plum, the designer. It's on Ravelry. There'll be a link down below in the description box. But yeah, it isn't a free pattern, this one, but it's only, was it about £6 or £7, something like that. But yeah, I just love the pattern. So yeah, so I'm going to keep doing this until I think it's big enough. It's not far off now. It's getting longer and longer sides on it, so it takes a while to do a round. But yeah, and I just love crocheting on it. I don't tend to work on it at home. It's usually when I'm out at the library or something. But yeah, it's going to be for my new grandchild, whether it's a boy or a girl. So yeah, that's that. Right, so sorry, I've got a bit of nail sticking up. Um, let's have a go with the walks I've been on. Sun's gone in now, it's gone dark. So the walks, I've been on 4 walks in the last 2 weeks. I'd have been on more if I'd not been away at the weekend, but hey ho, 4 walks in 2 weeks is good for me at the moment. um, I'll start with the one that I went on the day after my last video. No, wrong way, that way. The day after my last video, I went on a walk to Whalley Nab, which is near Clitheroe. It was a 7 mile walk, and it was a really nice walk. It was very muddy, but the weather was fine. It was a nice walk, and so yeah, I'll put pictures up showing what it was like when I was on the walk. And then the week after, I went on a walk to Holcombe, from Holcombe, which went up to Peel Tower. You may recall I've been to Peel Tower before, but this time there were people abseiling down Peel Tower. They were doing it for charity, and I managed to video one of them abseiling down. So yeah, it was a good walk. We went over the moors. We went to something called Pilgrim's Cross, which it used to be a cross, but it had eroded so much that back in 19 or something, it'll tell you on the picture, they replaced the cross with a big block of stone with writing around it. So yeah, then apparently it's where pilgrims used to stop on their way over the moors to an abbey. So yeah, that was a good walk. And then the day after that, I did 2 walks in 2 days, 15 miles altogether, because the Holcombe walk was 7.5 miles, and the walk I did the day after was 7.5 miles, and it was the coach ramble to Castleton, which is in Derbyshire, in the Peak District, and I went on the 7.5 mile walk, which was a really nice walk. I actually volunteered to be the back marker. So I was at the back making sure everybody was in front of me, because I'd done the 7.5 miles the day before, and I didn't want to push myself because I'm usually keeping up with the leader. But I thought, no, let's just stay at the back, take my time. And it was nice because it was a gentle stroll, and I had time to take pictures of the scenery and things like that. We went past a hill called Mam Tor, which a lot of people were actually walking up. So yeah, that was a really nice day. And then on Wednesday last week, I went for a walk. It was called Watergrove Skyline. Skyline because you were up on the hills. Watergrove, it was the name of the reservoir that we set off from. And that was a 9.5 mile walk. It was a nice walk. It was a lovely walk. We saw some nice views. You could see Manchester in the distance. It started near Rochdale. Rochdale is closer to Manchester than we are. But yeah, it was up on the hills. But we had some nice views, and it was bitterly cold that day. Usually I don't really feel the cold, but that day I had my gloves on all day. I didn't need my coat. I had my hoodie on, but I had my fingerless gloves on all day. Usually I'm on and off all day because I get too hot, but not that day. And then I think it was about 2 miles before the end, we had a snowstorm. It was the really fine snow, but it was heavy. It was really heavy. So yeah, it was cold, but yeah, it was a lovely walk. Yeah, definitely. So I was supposed to be going on a walk tomorrow. I might now be able to do that because we've now got a crack on the windscreen in the car. Which appeared during the really cold weather of the weekend. So we need the windscreen replacing, and we were supposed to be having it done tomorrow, but something's happened that they're going to probably change the appointment. So yeah, I might actually get to go on a walk tomorrow. So yeah, so that's my walks. Hopefully I've put loads of pictures up for you to see. But yeah, it was a lovely day. the last one, the Watergrove Skyline, that was a lovely day. It was walking with a group of people, and yeah, really nice. And it was nice to be able to do that distance again as well. My chest hasn't been too bad. I'm still needing the inhaler, but it's not as bad as it's been when it's at its worst. So, but you might be able to say I'm still a bit croaky. So, yeah. So that's all the walks I've been on. I think that's about it for today. I think I've talked about everything I need to talk about. I'll do another giveaway on my next video. But yeah, my next video will be on the 25th or 26th of March in just under 2 weeks' time. And hopefully I'll have lots to show you. But yeah, so have a good 2 weeks. Take care of yourselves and those you love. Be kind always. And happy stitching. Bye for now.